And so I had a property that was sent to me by another wholesaler, and it was way above. And I had the conversation with him like, hey, this is where I actually need to be. Your comps are a little bit off on this side. Here's what I found. He came back to me and said, okay, I got it down to this price. Can we do a deal? And I said, sure, yeah, I can get this sold for sure. I didn't get an exclusive agreement contract or any non-exclusive agreement contract before I sent it out to my buyers. So my first question is that okay?
You were on the fence there because you need some written permission to be able to market the thing. So I would have at least minimum asked for written permission. Like, hey, do I have your permission to send this out to my buyers?
Okay. The issue with it is that I didn't know this at first, but that wholesaler was trying to wholesale for another person.
So even more reason why this is hairy, because you send it out, and if you don't have his permission, and he may not even have the permission of the guy who's dealing it, that becomes very sticky. So you don't want to do that.
I found out he didn't have permission either.
There you go.
So look,
so you probably got yelled at
by my wife, actually, who's my business partner. Yeah, she's on the legal side of things, so she's like very like that, and so yeah, she wasn't very happy about that. But in the
you're not going to go to jail, but don't do that again.
I just want to move faster on it, but she was very upset about that. So. Yeah, so for now on, I guess I need to get written permission. I don't have to be like a signed option agreement.
I mean, the signed option is the correct way to go.
Okay.
And if they're unwilling to sign an option and they just won't do it, then at least get written permission. Okay. I'm never going to teach you not to get an option signed.
Okay, that's fair. I got that. Okay, so what happened after that is, so I got a buyer for $5,000 over what they were asking, and I was just going to be open to splitting it, the whole commission with everybody, basically. So it they asked when they can see the property. The real wholesaler had a conversation with him. The one that actually has the property was like, we can see it at 11 o'clock on tomorrow, whatever. And he wanted me and my buyer to come there, which I thought was sketchy. And I was like, all right, well, for this to happen, we got to at least get something signed. And so at that point, we try to push even a non-exclusive option because he was really against it. And he said, I'm absolutely not going to sign that because it's almost putting me into a JV agreement. And I want to weigh my options on the contracts I get and then make my decision halfway through the week. So it was sketchy to me. And I was like, well, then I'm going to cancel on the buyer because I'm not bringing my buyer to meet you without anything signed because you could just snake my buyer. So was I right?
Were you going to be there?
Yes.
I don't know. I think that was... I think you could have gone and you could have had a conversation with your buyer and just said, hey, if you have any questions, just bring them to me. We're going to just tour the property and then we're going to leave.
Yeah. And he was going to be there too. You think that'd be fine as well?
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to come in and he's not going to like steal your buyer right in front of you. That's not how that goes. Right. Like people do sneaky stuff, but they don't do stuff when people are watching.
Okay. But you don't think, I mean, you just said that, make sure we have an option agreement, at least to have that signed. But in that case, he wasn't signing any of that. So you still think like, obviously the better way to do it would be to have the contract or an option agreement signed.
Yeah. But at the same time, you've gotten this far, you've got a buyer interested. I mean, you following through and at least letting your buyer see it. Look, bro, even bottom line, your buyer likes the deal and he right in front of you goes and takes your buyer and you get cut out of it. How much will you have learned?
Yeah.
I'm going into that situation just to see how I navigate that, just to see how the moving parts are, just to get into that situation. Because like what happened is you blocked yourself before you even had an opportunity for a blessing.
Gotcha. Yeah. See, we were like, it seemed when I talked to him on the phone, it just seemed so sketchy to me about the way he was doing business. I don't know how it was. And
your story automatically made him a scoundrel, a con, and a thief before you got any evidence of that. That's just my opinion. Right. And so we're making stuff up all the time.
Yeah.
Right. We're constantly creating a story in our head of what's happening and why. So if we're going to make up a story, I always feel it's best to make up a good one.
Yeah.
Right. Because it serves us. Right. And then if we get proven wrong, we get proven wrong. And then it's okay. But my story would say, hey, you know what? This person just wants to do good business and protect themselves. And that's fine. They're worried about signing a JV because maybe they don't want to feel like they're They don't want to share their full fee with me. They're protective about that. They're not going to try to steal my buyer. We all want to get this deal done. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to watch this unfold and I'm going to see how it all happens. And I'm going to expect that everybody's got my back and we're all trying to do business in the spirit of making things go forward. So that would be the way that I would address it. You know what I mean? Just to try to make sure that we're getting stuff done. It's okay. Can you unravel this and still make the deal happen, or can you still go see it?
I probably can. Yeah, I don't think you made a decision yet. So, okay, I appreciate that.